Hello, this is Bonita DeRosa. You are about to listen to the Willis Hour, a segment on Lone Star Internet Radio, in which various city officials discuss news and information about the city of Willis. We encourage you to join in the conversation by contacting the city of Willis at 936-856-4611. You can also visit our website at www.ci.willis.tx.us for more information. Please enjoy the show.
Good morning. Welcome to the April 3rd edition of the Willis Hour. I'm James Nowak, Chief of Police for the City of Willis. And we're having to pre-record this one this morning a week early because our guest this morning is a guy that is like trying to get him in here is like nailing Jello to the wall. He's a happening dude. He's places to go, things to do, people to see. Rodney Dickerson, and director of the Montgomery County Foodbank.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and I apologize for the schedule being so hectic. But
no, we're glad that you're out there doing the job that you do. We appreciate you taking the time to come in and talk with us today about such an important issue.
Well, thank you for having me. It's important.
Rodney, can you tell us about the history of the Montgomery County Foodbank?
Absolutely. Well, the Montgomery County Foodbank was founded April 1985 here in Conroe, Texas. It was founded by, we call her a little old lady, Betty Hardy, and she started the food bank out of the trunk of her car.
Wow.
So you had Betty Hardy and some friends that saw a need here in Conroe to feed individuals that didn't have food and the homeless citizens here of Montgomery County and Conroe. And they started going to retailers and different places and getting the food that wasn't served that day. And they started handing that out to the citizens of Montgomery County and Conroe. And that's how the Montgomery County Food Bank was founded. And ironically, in April of next year, 2015, we will celebrate 30 years of service here in Conroe and Montgomery County. So
wow.
It's she founded it, and she had a huge heart, and she loved what she did. She loves to give back, her and her friends, and we still keep in contact with her every day. She sits on our board of directors, and she's great. She's great to be around.
That's fantastic. And just like last month, we were talking with Teresa Herod with the Parent Support Center, and she was talking about the problem of illiteracy, and it's hard to believe in this day and age that there are people that are illiterate. And it's hard to believe that in Montgomery County, as affluent as the county appears to be, that there's people without food.
Oh, that's one of the biggest misconceptions about Montgomery County is it is one of the largest counties in the state of Texas. And on top of that, it's one of the most affluent counties around as well. But there is a very prevalent need to serve the homeless as well as the individuals that go without food every day. So there is a huge need here. We have some areas that we don't have the capabilities of even touching and taking care of the need in some of our areas here in the county, which we're putting together some strategic plans to try to get out to those areas. And we identify those areas as food deserts. And so we're working on a strategic plan this year to get out and provide more services in those areas. But there is a huge need for food here in Montgomery County.
And that's probably news to a lot of our listeners because there's a lot of the need is just hidden. It's just not seen.
It really is. And to some degree, the Montgomery County Food Bank has been the best kept secret of the county, so to speak. And
it's terrible.
It really is. It really is. And we're doing everything we can to increase the awareness and the marketing and let people know that our services are here, available and ready for you. We're here to serve. We want to end hunger in Montgomery County. We literally work every day towards that goal. And that is a goal that we feel that we will achieve at some point.
Okay. Can you tell me how you came to be the president or director of the food bank?
Absolutely. I started with the Montgomery County Food Bank of April of last year as a VP of operations, but I'll just go back a little bit further than that. I came from the Houston Food Bank. I worked at the Houston Food Bank for 2.5 years as their associate director of operations, and moved Houston from a smaller location to the facility that they currently have down in Houston, which is a very, very large food bank. It's the largest food bank in the country. And so this opportunity here arose because we're also moving into a new location to better serve Montgomery County. And they said, hey, Rod, why don't you come up and help us out with this and help us do some strategic things to fight hunger. And it seemed like a good opportunity for me. And I came up here, and it's been great. So in April, VP of Operations, and in December, I was promoted to president of the Montgomery County Foodbank. So it's been a great tenure thus far, and I look to continue this for years to come.
Okay. So you've been doing this for a while. When you started out in high school, did you see yourself as working in food? How did you get into this?
I did not. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And I grew up in Dallas, Texas, and played football. Obviously, I'm a big guy, so you can probably tell I played a little bit of football, and was able to get a football scholarship to Northwestern State University in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and played football there. And the funny thing is, I actually went to school for nursing, right? So went to school for nursing and decided that, this is just not for me. Couldn't leave, work at work, kind of wore my heart on my sleeve a bit. And so I decided this is not the right career for me. And so I got into supply chain and logistics. And I spent a number of years working with U.S. Food Service and some other large food service providers. And somehow I fell into food banking. But the great thing about food banking for me is that I get a chance to satisfy two passions. First passion is giving back. I love to give back. I love to help individuals. And the second passion is working in supply chain and logistics. I love distribution. It's been great for me. I have more than 15 years experience in it as a leader in supply chain and logistics. And so I consider myself to be very, very lucky. I get a chance to satisfy two passions, one of giving and one of actually working and doing professional things. So it's great for me. It really is. I really love what I do.
Yeah. It's caring for people is what nursing, and you're doing it. It's just a different way. So, I guess if you're looking ahead in school, you can't figure it out. And now you look back and you see how life prepared you for this.
It really does prepare you for it. And the funny thing about it is that even with food banking, you think about supply chain and logistics, and it's boxes in, boxes out. Pallets in, pallets out. And that's the same concept for us here through food banking. We're bringing product in and we're giving it out. It's just we have a different client base. Our clients are people that's in need. And so it's the same premise, and it's very easy to do, very smooth transition. I'm getting used to the public notoriety, and doing some things just like this radio show here we're doing. So it's all coming together, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. And it is truly a blessing to have this opportunity to serve.
Good. So you're the right man for the job at the right time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
How does a food bank work?
Well, just like we just previously spoke about, our food bank essentially is a distribution center. And basically what happens is that we receive donations from retail donors. Some of our big donors are, Walmart, Sam's, Kroger, H-E-B. All those individuals donate food to us. And we also get individual donations. We get all sorts of civic groups and everyone, and also individuals that do food drives. We get individuals that they're moving from one city to the next, or they're moving to a new home. They clean out their pantries and they bring in their canned goods, and that's how we get our donations in. But we take that in, we process it, we put it in different boxes, clean it up, do whatever we need to do. And then we distribute that to our partner agencies. One of the misconceptions is that the food bank does the hand-to-hand giving out of the food. We do that, and in some of our programs that we'll talk about here in just a bit. So we distribute our product through through partner agencies. We have 48 partner agencies that we work with, and they give out the food hand-to-hand. what they do normally is they come to our facility. They pick up the food, or we deliver that food to them, to their location, and then they distribute that through their pantries and other programs that they have there.
How many people are involved between the partner agencies and your agency?
Well, it's hard for me to quantify that. I can tell you that each one of our pantries and partner agencies have staff of their own. So I don't know what that number is, but I can tell you it's an army of people. Again, we have the 48 partner agencies that we work with, and they distribute that product out.
With their own staffs.
Yeah.
And the TLC Food Pantry in Willis is one of the partner agencies?
TLC Food Pantry is one of our larger agencies that we work with, and they do a great job of distributing that product out for us. We work very closely with them. We also work with some of our agencies here in the Conroe area, MCEA, to name one here, and Mission Northeast out in East County. So we have a number of different organizations that we partner with to distribute our product.
Okay. Well, how many pounds of food did you distribute in 2013?
We distributed 7.7 million pounds in 2013, and that is a huge number for us.
Million
pounds. Yeah, I know that's a very, very large number, and it's you know, you look at that in two different ways, and you say, wow, that's sad that you had to, you know, give out that, you know, that amount of food. But the great thing is we were here to provide that need. And so that number definitely quantifies the fact that a need was met last year. And that equates to 8.8 million individual meals that we gave out. So we had a great year for helping the community, and we look to continue that through 2014.
That's awesome, Rodney. We're going to take a break for a moment and do some commercials, and we'll come back and visit some more.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hello, I'm Mark Hader.
And this is Cindy Cochran inviting you to join us on the Cindy and Mark Show each weekday morning from 10 to 11 here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Super, Cindy, but I believe it's the Mark and Cindy Show.
Huh? Yes, it is, Mark. And it's broadcast live on Lone Star Internet Radio here in beautiful downtown Conroe. Oh, the exciting things we'll talk about, the interesting guests you'll get to meet, the wonderful gifts we'll give away, and the tons of...
Wait. Gifts? There are no gifts. I'm not giving away anything. Why do you get to decide on what we do? It's Mark and Cindy, remember?
Oh, yeah? Well, so ladies and gentlemen, tune in and we'll all find out who gets to decide stuff. Weekday mornings at 10 here on Lone Star Internet Radio. How was that?
It could have been worse. You could have sung your part.
Oh, yeah, wait. It's the Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show. The Mark and Cindy Show.
The Conroe YMCA's benchmark adaptive programming for kids and adults is Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is an equine-assisted therapy program serving children and adults with adaptive needs. The riders in our Leap of Faith program are working to address and manage specific aspects of their lives impacted by illness, injury, or disability. The Leap of Faith program has experience working with riders who are living with attention deficit or other hyperactivity disorders, hearing impairments, visual impairments, developmental delays or disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, head traumas, brain injuries, and paralysis. Our program uses horseback riding to develop self-confidence and self-esteem, to increase upper and lower body strength, assist in respiratory issues, and establish a trusting relationship between the rider and their horse. Not only do these activities aid in the physical and mental development of the rider, but they also foster self-reliance and independence. For more information regarding our program, to become a rider, or to volunteer with a great group of people, please call our Welcome Center at 936-441-9622 or visit our website at www.ymcahouston.org/Conroe.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to the Willis Hour. It's James Nowak, Chief of Police, City of Willis, and we have with us Rodney Dickerson with the Montgomery County Foodbank. Rodney, what type of programs and services are provided by the food bank?
We have a number of services that we're very, very proud of that we offer to the community. One of those that I'll start with is our Buddy Backpack program. Our Buddy Backpack program is a weekend meal supplement program that we have that our school-age kids are able to take home every weekend. And the way that works is we have 1,600 children per month in 5 school districts that we provide Buddy Backpacks for. And the way this works is that we have volunteers that come in and they pack up 7 meals in a bag for a child to take home over the weekend. One of our biggest things that we are very attuned to in Montgomery County is that illiteracy issue that we talked about. Mm-hmm. And food and nutrition is so important for kids that are trying to learn. And what happens is that you have these kids that are on the free lunch program, a free school lunch program. They get the meals that they need during the week, but then they go home on the weekends and they don't have the proper food or nutrition to help them through the weekend. And so by the time they get back to school on Monday, you know, their brain, they're not thinking about learning and doing new things. They want to eat. They feel that grumbling in their stomach. And so we came up with this program, the Buddy Backpack program, and it's been great. And it's great for the kids. Again, like I said, 1,600 children we feed every month through this Buddy Backpack program. And we've seen that number increase 6 to 8% since 2010, and it's continuing to increase. And so basically what happens is a kid goes to the counselor's office or they're asked to stay after class when school is about to be over, and the teacher discreetly takes this bag of nutritional food that we've provided, and they slip it into their backpacks and close it up. So none of the kids ever know that they have a need and that they're packing food home to support them over the weekend. So it is a great, great program. It's a program that really touches my heart. It's one of my favorites, to be honest. I don't like to pick favorites, but I love working with kids, and I like to see the youth have the things that they need to be successful. So I love the Buddy Backpack program. One of our other ones, though, that's very important is our Senior Care and Share program. And we basically take the same principles as our Buddy Backpack, and we pack up 7 meals for our seniors, and we take those meals and we work with the Meals on Wheels program here of Montgomery County, and they distribute that to the seniors so they will also have food over the weekend. A lot of those seniors go to mill sites and places like that to feed themselves every day and every week, but on the weekends those places are closed. So we provide those necessary nutrients and food that they need. So it's a great program. Excuse me. It's another way for us to get out and help another part of our community. We also do school pantries. We do 2 school pantries where there are actually pantries inside the schools where the kids and their families can come in and get product. And so that's a great initiative that we have. Our mobile pantry program is a program where we have 4 to 5 different sites that we do every month. And we spoke a little earlier about the food bank doing the hand-to-hand distribution. This is the opportunity, these next 2 programs, where we actually do the hand-to-hand distribution along with volunteers. And so we go out to strategic areas inside of Montgomery County, and we usually do it in the afternoon and the evenings. And we hand out food to all the residents in those areas. They come to either a church or a community center, and they're able to pick up fresh fruits and vegetables and proteins and all the necessary things that they need to survive every single day. And so we're very, very proud of those programs as well. Our food fairs, again, is another favorite of mine, and that's because I like to get out and volunteer and work in the community. And a food fair allows me the opportunity to do that. It's an extension. We usually have those on the weekends, and they're usually corporate sponsored events or events that's sponsored by civic groups or even individuals. And we've done them in Willis as well, where we go out, we set up at a school or we set up at a church, whatever it may be, and individuals can drive through and get food, all the different things that they need. So all our programs are centered, again, around helping. How do we get out and how do we help and how do we meet this need to end hunger? And our programs are driven to meet that need. It's all about giving back and providing the things that our community needs.
Yeah, I think Energy is the one that sponsors the one up in Willis.
Absolutely. And we have a great turnout for that. Energy has been a great sponsor for that, and I'm sure they're going to do that again this year. I was at a volunteer luncheon that Energy put on to celebrate their volunteers within the company, and they said that was their favorite event to do every year in Willis. So hats off to Entergy for helping us with that and keeping that program going, and we all enjoy it. We look forward to it.
Yeah, we appreciate them a lot.
Absolutely.
Just a shout out to my wife. Every now and then she goes by Goodwill and gets all the backpacks.
Oh, does she really?
Have there,
yeah.
And I'll bring them down and give them to your front office staff.
Thank you for doing that. That's a huge help, and those are some of the other ways that we're able to extend our reach. By you and your wife, bringing that product to us, then we're able to take that and give that to schools, so the kids will have backpacks, and then that helps us distribute our backpacks out. So, it just kind of ties in all together. Again, it takes a community, it takes an army of people that are passionate about the mission and giving back, and it all comes together. It really does. It's amazing
what happens when a lot of people do just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It doesn't take much.
It all really adds up.
It does.
Well, it's interesting that you talked about children, the senior citizens, and I got to think you're starting to put a face on the people that you're helping, the face of the problem. Can you describe that a little bit more for us?
Absolutely. Obviously, no one wants to see kids or seniors go without. But the other face of our clients that we serve are the working poor. These are, individuals that work 1, 2, some even 3 jobs, if you can believe that. But they don't have enough income to meet the need. And so what happens is that towards the end of the month, funds get low. They've paid off a lot of bills. And then, of course, you have the next month rolling right in. And so we're there to bridge that gap with the food. A lot of times, these working poor individuals have to decide, do I pay our mortgage? Do I pay our light bill? Do I pay our water bill? Or do I go to the grocery store and buy food for the family? We never want them to have to decide or make that decision. We want them to pay their bills or whatever they need, their essentials to survive, and then we want to be there to bridge that gap with the food. And the Montgomery County Foodbank has done a very, very good job of that. But the misconception, again, is a lot of people think most of our clients are homeless people. And there is a percentage of our clients that are homeless. We do serve the homeless as well. But most of them are the working poor, again, and a lot of times they look just like you and I. You can't tell that they have a need. They're dressed up. They go to work every day. They do normal things. But behind closed doors, there is a huge need. And a lot of times that need is food. And so we're there to provide that for them.
Okay. But I think it's really important to the youngsters who are in school now to understand the importance of education and
Absolutely.
How education can help them out of poverty. And if they don't take advantage of that, then they may end up in lower paying jobs or no job where now they would need your services. And so we're just fortunate that the food bank is here to help out. Because what would happen to those if they didn't have the food bank to rely on?
Well, if they didn't have the food bank, obviously, they probably would not get the resources that they needed. Excuse me. But one thing that I can tell you is one of our strategic goals moving forward is to partner with different agencies and different organizations that can provide some of the very things that you're talking about. We essentially are the draw for a lot of different organizations and organizations that help people and provide services, job placement, educational assistance and training, job training, medical benefits, medical care, all of those things. There are so many different organizations out there that provide those things. But the one thing that we have that's a common denominator is all those people need food. So what we're looking to do in the future is start to partner with those agencies that provide those services. So when they come to our events or they come to our location, it will serve a dual purpose. They can get some of the other things that they need to help them sustain their quality of life. And our hopes is to wean them off our services, where then we can provide that for other people. And so it's great to help. And we're always going to help. But it's even better when you see a success story where someone used our services, but they were able to work theirself off of it. Yeah. That's the greatest feeling, that a sense of accomplishment that you could ever feel, is seeing someone that needed us, but then they turn around and they're doing better. They don't need us. And so often those individuals come back and donate, whether it be their time or they make monetary donations or they donate food. So we want to break the cycle of poverty, and we want to do that by partnering with other people to help us do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind just went blank. I had a perfect question to ask you to follow up on that, but maybe okay. I'll come back to it.
Okay, no problem.
Who's eligible for your services?
Everyone. And some people, when they hear that, they go, well, what do you do to qualify an individual? Well, everyone's eligible for our services. If you need food, we will do everything we can to help you get that. We'll point you in the right direction, send you to one of our partner agencies, or we'll try to help you in-house if we can, if we have it available. But everyone's eligible. We try not to spend a lot of time qualifying people for services. We always err on the side of mercy. That's what we're about. Just because a person drives up in a Lexus that they bought a year ago doesn't mean that they're actually able to continue to pay for that. You never know what a person's circumstances are at that very moment. So we don't judge and we don't pass judgment. If a person comes in and they're honest and says, hey, we need help, we're there to help that individual.
And if they're lying, that's on them.
If they're lying, it's on them, and people ask us, how many people, take advantage of your services that don't need it? We honestly don't have a true way to quantify that, but I can tell you 95, maybe even 98% of the people that walk in the door have a true need for our services. And to be honest with you, most of the people that need our services, they have to get some type of encouragement sometimes to even come and take advantage of those, because they're embarrassed by it.
Right.
They're embarrassed to take our services and the fact that they have to rely on us. So we know that the people coming through the doors are people that really need it. It's all over their faces. And again, we always err on the side of mercy. That's what it's about for us. It's about helping, and the people that are dishonest, that's something that they'll have to deal with and look themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. It's just sad that people would do that and take food away from the people that really need it.
It really is. It's just, unfortunately, it's the world we live in, but what I will say is that, 95 to 98% of all the clients that we serve truly do have a need. They really do.
What's the average, tenure or how long does a person need? Do you have any figures on that? It varies so much. It really depends on the person's situation. If you look at a homeless individual, most of your homeless individuals won't come and take our services for an extended period of time, because there's different organizations around, Salvation Army, the Homeless Coalition, a lot of these different agencies that provide
hot meals, what we call meal sites. They provide those hot meals, and most homeless people don't have a place to prepare those meals.
Right.
So they don't take our services as often as people may think. It really is based on the individual. We've seen individuals that has used our services for a month, and then the following month they're back there helping us and making donations. We've seen people that has used our services for 6 months or a year, and so it really just varies by the circumstance and what problems they're having at the time. But there's a vast number of our clients that really work to wean themselves off of our services.
Yeah, people lose jobs every day. People are in car wrecks. They have
That's
heart
right.
attacks. They break a leg.
That's right.
And any one of us could find ourselves needing help.
Any one of us could find ourselves needing help. One of the things that I'll say, and it's a very personal story, is that I grew up poor in Dallas, Texas, and there were times when my mother had to take advantage, of services, and so had we not had that, I may not be here today having this conversation with me, because those services helped us get through, and I watched my mother work very hard to provide for us. I'm, come from a family of 3 children, and she worked her, her hands to the bones to provide for us. But had we not had that gap, I may not be here. So, I'm a success story. I'm a person that had a chance to, use those services through my mother growing up, but I went to school and I'm able to provide for my family, and now I'm giving back. So, I don't mind being the poster child to say, hey, it does work, it can work, and it's a great service to have there. It really is.
Thank you, Rodney. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk about funding and how people donate and things like that.
That'd be great.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on irlonestar.com.
Hello, this is Dennis Nelson, inviting you to come with me through the doorway of imagination and into the theater of the mind. The Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour presents a play every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Lone Star Internet Radio. Be it drama or comedy, thriller or love story, every exciting episode is carefully chosen straight from the golden age of radio and performed live by talented actors, musicians, and sound effects crew. Every sound you hear will be 100% live and homemade. Anything can happen. So join us, please, every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for the Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Tri-County Services provides services to children and adults with mental illnesses, substance abuse disorders, and intellectual developmental disabilities in Montgomery, Liberty, and Walker counties. Offices are located in Conroe, Cleveland, Liberty, and Huntsville. Some mental health services offer focus on resilience and recovery. Services and supports for individuals with intellectual development disabilities focus on skill development and independence. Tri-County Services offers 24/7 crisis intervention and evaluation with crisis hotline 1-800-659-6994. And their mobile crisis outreach team. Psychiatric crisis treatment is available at Psychiatric Emergency Treatment Center in Conroe. Substance abuse services include treatment for both youth and adults. Substance abuse prevention classes are also provided for younger children and teenagers. Peer support services for veterans are also offered by Tri-County Services. For more information about all programs provided by Tri-County Services, call 936-521-6100 or visit our website at www.tricountyservices.org.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to the Willis Hour. We're talking with Rodney Dickerson with the Montgomery County Foodbank. And Rodney, it was an interesting point that you made a while ago about the partner agencies and trying to do things with other agencies to serve people in one place. And that's really special, I guess, with people who are short of funds for gas and everything. If they can get all their needs met in one place,
right?
That's really super. So we appreciate y'all doing that.
Well, thank you. And again, it's important for us to partner with our other community agencies to help the people here of Montgomery County. It is so important. It really does take an army of people. Like we've said so many times now, during this segment, is that it takes help from everyone, and it takes awareness. And we all have one common goal, and that's to help. And so we always want to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get your money? What's your source of funding and the donations, and how can people donate?
Well, it's very we've done very strategic things to help people help us in a lot of ways, and one of those ways that we get people to help us is through monetary donations, obviously, and it's very easy to donate. You can go on our website, Montgomery County. Well, actually, it's mcfoodbank.org.
Okay.
And you can go on there, and there's a huge donate button, and you can click there and donate any denomination of money that you would want to help us. And one thing that I'll tell you is that even if you went on there and you just donated $1 will buy 3.5 meals, believe it or not. And that's because $1 3.5 meals, because we're able to get deep discounts through our suppliers because of what we do, and we're a nonprofit. So we're able to maximize our purchasing power through that. And so $1 will buy 3.5 meals. So if you went on and you bought and you gave $1, you've just paid for 3.5 meals. And so we get individuals that go on and donate. We also get corporate donors that go on and they donate. You can also send us whatever denomination you'd like through the mail. Call us. We'll even come pick it up, whatever that is. It doesn't really matter to us.
What's your mailing address?
Our mailing address is 111 South 2nd Street. And that's here in Conroe, Texas, 77301.
Okay.
Yeah, 77301. I kind of get that mixed up from time to time. But 77301 is our zip code there. But you can put a check in the mail, money order, doesn't matter. Or you can go online and donate. So
or walk in the front door.
Walk in the front door. That's right. Check. That's right. Okay. Either way, whatever works, whatever's convenient for you, definitely works for us. And I want to, go on record and say we appreciate all the support that we've gotten from our citizens here in Montgomery County and in Conroe and Willis and the Woodlands and East County. Just all over the county, people have responded greatly to our need, and we're very, very appreciative of that. Much like we spoke about earlier, we also get food donations from individuals, civic groups, as well as retailers here in our county as well. They generously donate food product to us, which helps supplement our costs to go out and buy food as well. So there's a lot of different ways that people can donate and options to donate, and we just appreciate everything that we get and all the support we get.
I know sometimes when people talk about donating, they're worried about the administrative costs and how much of their donation goes to administrative costs versus actual help to people. Could you comment on that?
Sure. About 16 cents of the dollar that you donate goes to administrative cost. We have a very small staff. Now, we talked about distributing 7.7 million pounds. We did that with a staff of about 19 people. So there's, So what I can tell you is that it's very hard for 19 people to distribute 7.7 million pounds. It's not impossible, but very hard. So we rely very heavily on volunteers to help us. It really takes more people to distribute that amount of pounds. So about 16 cents of every dollar goes to administration and costs like that, and fuel for deliveries and picking up of the product. And the rest is used to purchase food. Everything else is used. So the bulk of everything that you give is used to purchase food to continue to give it out to the residents of Montgomery County. It truly is.
Very good. Very good. What areas of your operations do you need the most help?
Well, we need help all over. I got to honestly say that we obviously need monetary gifts from any and everyone that will help us out. But one of our biggest areas that we need help as well is volunteerism. We love to have individuals to come in and volunteer. We'll take a volunteer as young as 8 years old, as long as they're accompanied by a parent or, a close relative or whatever. Everyone can help. Everyone can join in this fight. And so, we're really looking to ramp up our volunteerism this year and get more people through the door to help us sort product that we're bringing in and help us do our daily things that we do to take care of the community. So volunteerism right now is one of our largest areas of help where we need, as well as monetary donations.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how would someone become a volunteer?
It's very easy. Again, just like donating, all you got to do is walk through the door, or you can go online and sign up online, or you can call us. Our phone number is 936-539-6686. You want to ask for Andrea Rayford. She's our Director of Development and Community Outreach. And so she will take your call and sign you up to come in and volunteer. Or you can talk to Miss Betty Baldwin. She's our receptionist. She's probably been there since the food bank's open. She's the sweetest lady, and she can also sign you up to come in and volunteer. So it's very easy. In most cases, you don't really even need to schedule. If you just want to pop in and volunteer, whether it be 15 minutes or 5 hours, we'll take you. So we're always looking for the help. We try to make those options very easy and very open for all individuals.
Well, there may be some of our listeners out there going, well, my back hurts and I got a trick knee and everything. Is there a place for them?
Absolutely. We can, again, we take a very small percentage of the monies that's donated to take care of administrative things. Mm-hmm. And so there's always things even internally from an administrative side that we can have individuals help us with. They can always do some filing, they can do some calling to, talk to potential volunteers. There's no shortage of opportunity at the Montgomery County Food Bank. We can take and accommodate any and every one. So come one, come all, and help us
feed. Need someone with a heart for service
that's
and
it.
Willing to
That's
to
all
come.
it takes. That's all it takes.
Okay.
That's it.
How has the need grown over time for food and for help?
Well,
volunteers?
The need has grown steadily over the years. It really has, and a lot of things you have to take the economy, into consideration, and the different cuts that to some of the governmental programs that's out there, and so our needs have increased. Obviously, with the unemployment rate being where it is, there's a constant need for people that need help. But since 2010, we've seen a 22% increase in clients needing our services.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's over a 3-year span, or not quite 3 years, but 2.5 years in span there. It's increased 22% and projected to increase even more, over the next few years. And so again, we really want to take advantage of our opportunity to partner with other agencies that can provide other services to help these people along, and where they won't have to continue to take our services for years to come. So it's very important that we do that. And again, we've seen this spike, and there's also, like I spoke about earlier, some what we call food desert areas here in Montgomery County where we just don't have the funds and the ability to get out and reach those individuals. They're in some, I won't say desolate, but they're in some, confined places out there where there's not much services. There's not a church out there. There's not a community center out there. And so we don't have a place to get that food to them. So we're really looking for some help and to partner with some people to help us get out there and serve those people. But it has continued to grow. In 2013, we fed 492,000 clients in 2013. And so we'll probably see an increase there in 2014 as well. So the need is definitely growing.
Okay. The 22% spike that you said, have you been able to meet that need so far?
So far we have. So far we've been able to meet that need. We really have. But again, there's still a very large need that we haven't been able to meet, unfortunately. And so we're hoping to be able to do that. And again, we can only do that through support from community and corporate donors. The thing about this that's the smoking gun, so to speak, is that it takes funds to be able to get out there and do those things. And so we're really looking for people to help us out and donate to us so we can continue to get out there and continue to meet this need that's constantly growing. So whatever you can do to help us out and join in this fight to end hunger, we're willing to listen to it and take advantage of those services.
Yeah, I think one of the statistics I heard, this is one of the 35 fastest growing counties in the United States.
It is.
The seventh in the state, I believe.
Yes, it is. It's a great county to work in. I'm really excited to be a part of what's happening here in Montgomery County, and also being part of a change that's happening as we partner with so many different people to fight hunger. But this is a great place to live. This is a great place to serve, more importantly, and it has been great for me. I've never seen people. I've been a part of a group and lived in an area where people come together so fast to make things happen, and that's the spirit here. In Montgomery County, it's full of a bunch of people that don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting things done, and I love that about this area here. I truly do. And it motivates me every day. We get people walk through the door, both young and old again, and they're ready to do whatever you need them to do. And we've seen that time and time again just throughout the community. And we love that about Montgomery County. We really do.
Yeah, it's a great place.
It is a great place.
How do emergencies like hurricanes and wildfires affect your ability to fulfill your mission?
Believe it or not, it doesn't affect it at all. And that's probably that probably surprises some people. One thing that people don't know is that we're considered first responders. In the case of a natural disaster or hurricane or, a flood or, some man-made terrorist attack or whatever that is, we are considered first responders because what do people need mostly? They need food and water when something like that happens. Excuse me. And so what we do is we mobilize at our location and we start to take in different supplies that is provided by the government through FEMA and all those different things. And so we also have partnered with the Conroe Police Department here, the Conroe Fire Department, Shenandoah, and some of the other ones where they will come in and set up a mini command post on site for us to help us provide those services and distribute those services out. So it doesn't affect us at all. Most people come look to us for help during those times, and we will be available during those times of need.
Well, it's good to know there's a plan in place on how to use y'all and how you're able to be a service to the community in those events.
Absolutely. So. I have an emergency plan that I put together. I am on the McCares emergency plan, which is a Montgomery County group that plans through nonprofits and other agencies of how to set up things for natural disasters or emergencies, period. And so we have the infrastructure with our new building, and we have a plan in place to help serve. So if anything happens, you can count on the Montgomery County Foodbank being there to help.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's take another break, and then we'll come back with some closing comments and end our show.
Great.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on irlonestar.com.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
Do you ever wonder what's going on in the business community? Are you looking for ways to get plugged in? Cassandra Roshan here, Director of Membership Development with the Greater Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to invite you to tune in to Chamber Chat. Tune in the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. so you will be in the know for all Chamber happenings for the month. Each month, the Chamber offers 2 free lunch and learn sessions, a networking breakfast, business after hours, membership luncheon, as well as many other special events throughout the year. I will give you a rundown of all programs and events for the month, as well as interview our speakers and hosts of these events. So grab a cup of coffee and tune in to Chamber Chat the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. Chat with you then.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to the Willis Hour. Rodney, thank you for coming today. Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to make?
Absolutely.
Today?
Absolutely. Again, I'd like to say thank you for having me out and giving me the opportunity to tell you about the Montgomery County Foodbank. I'd also like to let you know about a couple events we have coming up.
Okay.
May 18th, we have our Dancing in the Woods event. Where we're going to have Adley Stump, which is a local talent here, come out and put on a show for us, and we're going to have dinner and dancing. And then on May 19th, we have our Golfing in the Woods event, which is a golfing tournament at Carlton Woods golf course. And so we have those 2 events coming up, and we'd love for you to come out and support us and help us in any way. If you need any additional information about that, you can go on our website. Again, that's mcfoodbank.org. Or you can call Andrea Rayford or Sarah Redfield at 936-539-6686. And so we'd love for you all to continue to support us and help us out, and we'll continue to do everything we can to take care of the citizens here of Montgomery County, Willis, and everywhere else. So, again, I appreciate you having me out, and thank you for the opportunity. It's been great.
Thank you for coming. I learned a lot, and I'm sure the listeners did too. Sounds like a very good organization to support. So if people wanting to find something to do or have some loose money laying around, then I know the man for it.
That's it.
And the organization could really use it.
Absolutely.
Before we close, I'd like to invite you to the Independence Day celebration on June 28th at 5:30 at Lynn Lucas campus. Tell everybody you know.
I will. Absolutely.
We'll have food and fireworks and vendors, and it'll be a good time.
All right. Sounds good. I'll bring the family out.
All right. Great. Yeah. Look forward to seeing you there.
All right.
Well, this concludes the April 3rd edition of the Willis Hour. Thank you for joining us, and have a nice day.
You're listening to the Willis Hour on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.